Hi everyone, this is Sylvan from Sylvan's Way, and today I wanted to show you the Tarot of the Trees. And this has been created by Dana O'Drizzle or Driscoll. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. And the reason I got this deck, now this deck has been out since 2020, so it's about 5 years old. But the reason I got it was because I was looking for the perfect summer deck for my second summer in North Carolina. I moved to North Carolina from Florida about a year and a half ago, and I am surrounded for the first time in a long time by trees. I swear it feels like I'm living in a national forest. I have 20 acres behind me of trees that will never be developed, that I've started making paths on that I can actually go walking on. So it was very meaningful to me to get a deck that symbolizes the world that I'm living in right now. And this was perfect. The colors are perfect for summer. The trees are summer. It's everything. So this is the deck that I most likely will be using all summer long, at least through June, since I've gotten it, through July. I'm going to probably be using this deck the most. I will be using other decks, of course, but this will be the deck that I will be using the most. Now, this deck, you can get it from Etsy, so I'll link the creator's information below if you're interested in it. But I did buy this deck myself, so, there's no paid promotions or anything like that. This was not gifted to me or anything. This was a deck that I got specifically for this summer to use in my tarot life. So the deck and the book do come separately. She does have a listing of them together. So I got them together because I am a huge lover of guides. You probably know that if you've watched my videos in the past. But this deck of the trees is based on Rider-Waite-Smith, so you could get just the deck, and I think that you will find enough similarities in the pictures to be able to read this without having the guidebook. Though I do think she offers a PDF version of the guidebook that maybe she gives to you. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. But you can look it up if you're interested. So let's look at the guidebook first, because I am a guidebook lover. And so this guidebook is a little bit different. It is a lengthwise. I personally wish that she had kind of halved the size of it so that I could put these in a bag together. That would have been nice. But, it is what it is. And it's still, I understand why she did the layout. And you'll see when we open it up, the meaning, the reason for the layout, the way that it is. So in here we have, it was copyright 2009, so it's been around a lot longer than 2020. So she made this a long time ago, but this version of the deck came out in 2020. And so she talks about the 10th anniversary of creating this, and she says in here, I could hardly have anticipated what would have happened in my little tarot deck project of in the last 10 years. I originally self-published. It was a gamble to publish it. I took my entire first 2 months of earning at my first real job out of graduate school, put them into a print run, and closed my eyes, crossed my fingers that people would be interested in it. And here we are 10 years later, and the Tarot of Trees continues to speak to many of you. So I thought that was really interesting, the start of this and how this came about. So it wasn't a Kickstarter. It was one that she made herself and did a print run and put it out there for sale. Then there is this lovely story where you are walked through a little story. It's a little story of, I think it's coming from this little person, this little woodland fairy, and it talks about how climate change and the devastation of forest and how that's been affecting our world. And it's a really sweet write-up, and I really enjoyed reading it. Then she goes into about the Tarot of Trees. So the Tarot of Trees is a tarot deck that interprets 78 traditional tarot cards through the theme of whimsical trees. You'll not find any people in this deck. The person is you, the one who works with them. All of the cards were developed through a series of extensive meditations and work closely with the trees over a 3-year period. The minor arcana are season based and also have a color scheme appropriate for the season. So cups are spring, wands are summer, swords are fall, and pentacles are winter. And then she has a dedication to the person. And then she talks about the spark of inspiration. And then why she drew trees. She says, I grew up in the woodland Appalachian Mountains, spending nearly all of my free time as a child in the miles of woods behind my home. I have always been strongly connected to trees and for a long time have been studying them as an artist. I observed and sketched them throughout the seasons. I learned about their different qualities and worked to identify all that grew in the areas where I live. I chose to study trees as an artist, also as a political statement about the massive deforestation and lack of respect for the natural world and its inhabitants. This was, in part, a response to irresponsible logging that had claimed so many of my own dear friends. This theme of trees for my tarot deck seemed like a natural choice through the trees in this deck. Though the trees in this deck are whimsical, many are based on real ones that I've met, not all of whom are still living, but whose light and spirit shines on. So, and she goes on from there talking about creation of the deck. And I have to say, I love this. I think this is fantastic. This is what I look for in a deck. Not those quick decks that are put out, not the AI decks that are put out, people looking for some quick money. This was created by a real person, a real artist, and there was love and dedication in it. And I really appreciate a deck like this. And it makes it so much more meaningful. Anyway, so it goes on about trees and spirals and how she has them and used them throughout the deck. Then she gives you what she thinks about the card meanings and reversals. She has a Tarot of Trees card layout, as well as a daily divinational tree spread. So I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to. And then she also gives you a trees incense that she had created that she shares with you that you can make on your own and use. Lastly, she talks about planting a new tree. And I find this really helpful and I appreciate this as well because in our new home that we purchased like 6 months ago, out front, there was a tree that they had tore down. They had removed it for whatever reason, I don't know. But I would like to replant a tree in its space. And so this information will come in very helpful for when I do that. So I really enjoyed that to read that. Then in her guidebook, she has, this is full color. So you have the full image of the card. It gives you what the card is about. So why she chose the image that she did and the meaning for that card. And I have read through about half of this book so far. Now, I just got this like a day ago, so this is as far as I've read. But the meanings that I've read are spot on with Rider-Waite-Smith. And also the images of the cards that I've seen are spot on with Rider-Waite-Smith. I feel like it's going to be very easy to be able to tell that this is the Fool. I mean, on the card it says the Fool, but we can tell this is a sapling that's just begun. It's on a ledge. You can see the path, its journey that it's going to take. It's a sun shining with clouds in the sky. Is it going to show sunshine, or is it going to get cloudy for this little sapling as it grows and it goes on its journey? So it totally makes sense, the way that she created these cards, and I think it's going to be easy to correlate them. So that's a really good guidebook. I really, really like it. So the rest of the guidebook is the same way. Each card, even the minors, has the full same information, the reason behind the image, and then the meaning. And like I said, these meanings are exactly like Rider-Waite-Smith. So it is absolutely a fantastic guidebook. So that's the guidebook. And then let's actually look at these cards. Now look at this. It comes in this cute little sleeve. So that's very adorable. And then the box that it comes in is a nice 2-part sturdy little box that's easy to open. So here's the box inside. Nothing really special about the inside of the box, but the outside of the box is really lovely. And then these are the cards. Now, did I mention that these are pocket-sized cards? So these are pocket-sized cards, and this is a little card that comes on the front. It talks about if you want to purchase it and where to get it from. So I'll leave that up for a second so you can screenshot that if you need to. And then I'll put this little guy to the side. The cardstock, the cards you'll notice, like I said, are pocket size. They are not quite a bridge size or card. They're not a mini. They're not the other. It's not a normal sized deck. So like, let me show you. Like, this is. See how this one is a little taller? So this is from the Radiant Rider-Waite deck, and it's the tin, so it is called pocket size. So it's a little wider, so it's a little more square. So it's a little shorter and a little wider than that card, which is fine. These cards, I don't think I'm going to be able to riffle shuffle them at all. I'll have to overhand them. But I just wanted you to see the size of the cards and how they correlate. Like this is a normal sized tarot card. So this tarot card here is 70 by 120 millimeters. So this is definitely not. So it's got quite a bit of space there. So I just wanted to see the size of the cards, which I love. I personally love this kind of size of card. The other thing about the cards is there's no gilding, which is okay with me. If I want to gild these or color them, I will. I do enjoy doing that to my decks. And then these are the backs, and so you can read them reversed. The cardstock is kind of thick, and they kind of, I can't tell what kind of cardstock this is. So it does, when I bend it, it does kind of hold the shape a little bit, but I'm okay because I'm going to be hand over hand shuffling these anyway. But I just wanted to show you the thickness. So this is again the Radiant. So notice that it is quite a bit, not quite a bit, but a decent amount thicker, just so that you know, so you have an idea of what the cardstock is like. These ones, these Rider-Waite, these Radiant ones that I have, I can easily shuffle these, but I don't think I'm going to be able to shuffle these, riffle shuffle these. But like I said, I'm okay with that because I love them so much. The cards themselves come with 2 extra cards. So we have Roots, and then we have Regeneration, and then it goes into the individual cards. So I'm going to flip through these, put some music on, and flip through these so you can see them. Aren't they lovely? That is just so pretty. I just love these cards. They're so pretty. Okay, let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to try to shuffle them. I could do a waterfall. But there's no way. I can't bend them at all. I can't bend the cards at all. So there is no riffle shuffling with these cards. But we can hand over hand. And we can waterfall them. Kind of clumped together. I'm not doing very good with this, am I? So that's shuffling the cards. You know, we could always do this too. Let's do that card for a reading. Oh, let's read Roots. Is that Roots? Is Roots in the book? Let's see. Roots. Roots. Okay. The roots of the tree grow deeper and deeper to the source. The meaning. The root system of a tree provides anchoring and support as well as the flow of water and nutrients. Just as the root system serves those dual purposes, so does the root card encourage us to seek balance in our lives. Balance may come through the energy of solidity, with what Druids in the revival tradition call callus. Callus is about grounding and about feeling firm in one's footing, working the earth or stone, and being rooted in reality. Balance may also come through the energy flow, what Druids call grur. Grur allows us to adapt readily to change by being flexible, fluid, and resilient. Both of these principles help us become rooted and stable, and this card suggests that a combination of those two may be the best for long-term anchoring and support. Some ways we might develop these qualities include spiritual practices, meditation, time spent in nature, exercise or yoga, creative arts, and other self-care practices. When you draw roots, consider how you might redouble your efforts in your own self-care practices or establish new practices. Note, Roots has been added to the 10th anniversary edition of the Tarot of Trees, but is not part of the standard 78 card tarot. Interesting. So I like that. It's very nice. So these really are like, look at when we do a spread with them. And so they're nice and small too. I appreciate them being small. They're just so lovely together. It's fantastic, right? Right? Don't you just love it? It's so beautiful. I really feel like I'm going to get a lot from this deck. So, now that we've looked at these cards, we did a reading from the book. Let's actually look and see if we can find any pairings for this deck. Okay, so I'm going to split them in the middle because I like to do pairings of oracle cards with my tarot cards. I don't normally do pairings of tarot with tarot. So these are all going to be oracle cards. And believe it or not, I have some really lovely pocket-sized editions of some of the oracle decks. So the first one is going to be Roots and Wings. So let's see what this looks like with it. Oh, I do think Roots and Wings goes with it. Look at that. What a good match. Now, granted, now this is got the white and this has got black around it, but I really think they go well. I think because both of them use what looks like, this is more like a watercolor. Yeah, this is like watercolor. So that goes really well. So, ooh, I like Roots and Wings with it. So that's a great pairing right off the bat. Look at that. Okay, I can't go through the whole deck. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one I was thinking was the Spirit, and this is another pocket oracle, and it's the animals. So this is going to have all animals in it. So I think this one's going to go really well. And I like the with these ones, I actually really like that there's no people in them. So again, because it's kind of sticking with the original creator's idea of that these cards don't have any people in them. And so the two oracle decks that I've shown you so far don't have people in them as well. So these animals go really well with the trees. Look at that. It's a different kind of artwork, but I think because the outside border of this is dark, just like these are dark, I think they go really well together. You know, and I was wondering. Okay, so it is the cards are the same size as these. Who are these made by? Hay House. So this is a Hay House deck. So these are the pocket size in the tin Hay House deck. So just for reference for you, the cards are the same size. So that's the size of them. So I'm glad I was able to see that. But look, the colors go. I think this is a really good deck too. Definitely can use it together. Okay, so I have another animal deck. Let's put these back up here. I have another animal deck that I think would go with it, and that is the Animal Spirit. So the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, and this is the deck, the pocket size deck in a tin. I like these because I could take these and I can throw them in my purse, and I don't have to worry about the cards getting damaged. They are in their nice protective little box. So, okay, so here we are. We have some animals. So sticking with, again, the theme that there's no humans. Yeah, and so since there's these bright watercolor on the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, these are going together great as well. So I think this is another perfect pairing. And I'm really glad that, you know, if you know me and you've been following my channel, you know I like the smaller size decks. So I pick up these smaller size decks whenever I get a chance. And I will choose the smaller size decks over the full size deck. So I wish sometimes the makers didn't wait so long to come out with the smaller size decks, because that's the ones I prefer. So, that's so awesome. Yay, this is going together really well. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do, which one I'm going to actually pair it with. Okay, so next, after this, oh, so good. So good. The next one does have humans in it, but I kind of think of them more of like ancestors. So this is the Rooted Woman Oracle. So this is a full-size deck, and it does have humans in it. So let's take a look and see if this goes. I'm going to make a little more space, zoom out a little bit. Whoops, sorry. I got myself all discombobulated here. So let's fix these. Okay, so I thought that the colors of this Rooted Woman, and I liked the thought of this Rooted Woman with this tree oracle. I mean the tree tarot of trees, because I feel like the idea behind the Rooted Woman, getting back to nature, being rooted in nature, being one with nature, I thought that they would go well together, even though there's humans in it. So it's like almost like an ancestor deck to me. So let's take a look at these. Yeah. I think these could go as well. Wow. Yeah. No, I'm not going to know which one. Oh my gosh. All these things are going with this deck. Wow, so versatile. So many different oracle decks. I'm sure that I had even more that I could have paired up with it, but I was really trying to stay within this theme of the tarot of trees, like really trying to stay within that kind of idea, the heart behind this particular tarot deck. But it does, the Rooted Woman. You could definitely use them together. Okay, so my last one. This last one is the oracle deck that I'm using right now for my nightly pulls, my nightly draws, and that is Earthcraft. And again, I thought that this would go well, mostly because this is about connecting with Mother Earth, and it seems to be my summer theme, reconnecting with Mother Earth, connecting with her, and this deck is about that. So this, again, is another one of my, I feel like more like ancestor type decks that is reconnection with the past, with the earth, and I feel like these would probably go really well together. And I can tell just from the very first picture, it's got the watercolor, it's got the dark outlines. It's amazing. These go together so well. Oh my gosh. Let's look at a couple of these. Oh. Okay. I always leave the one to last that I think is going to go together the best. And I was right. I think this is what I'm going to be using in conjunction. I'm going to be using the Earthcraft Oracle as my significator, like my individual card that I pull of my oracle, and then I'm going to use my tarot of the trees for the spread. Look at that. See, look at that. Look at these. Wow. Yeah. These are like a perfect pair. What do you guys think? Do you think that these go together fantastically, or what? Oh my gosh. These are great. It's like I'm going to go through the entire deck because I love it so much. I just keep flipping them. So perfect. So perfect. Even these backgrounds, like look at the way that the background is in this tarot of trees and the way that this is. I mean, it's almost like it was made by the same artist. Oh my gosh, it is so great. Okay, I'm going to stop gushing about this and put this away. So that was the Earthcraft. And so that was 5 different oracle decks to match up with this beautiful Tarot of the Trees. I love it. Oh, I'm going to really enjoy working with this. So what I'll probably be doing today is I will finish reading up on the book. I'll finish reading that because I like to read the book. And then I'll start doing, I'll do a getting to know you draw, and then I will start doing tarot readings with it. It's just lovely. It's wonderful. I love it. So that was the Tarot of the Trees. I hope you found this helpful. Tell me what you think of it. Do you have this deck? Do you think this is a good summertime deck? What oracle cards would you pair with it? Any ideas, suggestions of how you would use it? And all that kind of stuff. So communicate with me below. Please tell me, leave a comment for me. Also, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe to my channel, forward it to others. I am a new tarot tuber and I've only been doing this about 2.5 months. And all of that kind of stuff helps with the algorithm and helps my channel grow. And I would really appreciate your help with that. Until next time, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye.